Hello and welcome to Edge Control. I'm your host Tom and with me is MC Tron. How much edging have you done this week, Tron?
I've done a lot of edging this week and we're just going to cut straight to the chase, aren't we, Tom?
Yes, we are.
We are absolute idiots. This is our second time recording this episode. We bought a mic last week and we forgot to plug it in properly this week.
Yes, so the first episodes again sounded like we were under the water.
It's called Rights for Jebediah.
But this time we didn't realise it until we'd finished the entire episode and we just recorded for an hour and 20 fucking minutes and didn't know that it sounded like we were underwater.
Yeah, only when we got to doing the ad read and we decided to listen to it back did we then go, oh, that doesn't sound good. And then we brought up the episode again, click play, and that was not good.
No, it was not good. And we've double checked it this time. We should be sounding like we're actual people.
Yes, fingers crossed.
So Tom, what have you been doing this week, my friend?
This week, what have I done this week? I've had a fairly eventful week. Or, well, I say that, no, fuck all's really happened. Dealt with some stupid tourists, work, shop stuff. That's all pretty exciting.
You didn't have any shoplifters this week?
No shoplifters this week. Didn't have to sprint myself down Banff Avenue in pursuit. They are currently, though, they are in court today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, luckily I wasn't called in, so that's all good. So I was able to come and record this wonderful podcast.
We'd have to record the podcast in the courtroom.
Yeah, that would have been an interesting podcast. That would be very interesting.
Podcast,
but yeah, I went to Canmore on Sunday night. I've got a bone to pick with Rome buses because of that. I was sat there. I was going to rock and roll bingo at Tavern 1883, and I was sat there waiting for the bus, and then the bus doesn't show. And then 10 minutes later, I see a bus that says number 3 on it, but it also says not in service. It drives straight past. What the fuck's that about then?
Rome buses are awful. Did I tell you about the time, about a month ago, I was going to Canmore to go to Switching Gear to put my stuff, as you do, get rid of it, because I have way too much gear. And ski gear, not any other gear, by the way.
John loves his gear.
But the bus literally blew a tyre. Like, the tyre flew off. Like, I heard this massive bang. Here we are, halfway between Banff and Canmore on the highway, just on the side, and the driver's just like, well, the bus is broken. We're just like, no shit, we heard it. And they're just like, well, the new bus is coming in half an hour. I'm just like, great. So I'm just sat on the bus for half an hour.
That reminds me of one of the times I was trying to get to Nikiska for work, and I had to catch the Rome bus, and I was stood at the bus stop in the fucking freezing cold for like 30 minutes as this bus didn't fucking show up. And then it does show up, it just speeds into the bus stop, doesn't wait for anyone to get outside, because you kind of get to know the people who take the bus at the same time every day as you. So we're watching those guys from across the road, and it's kind of, the bus just sped past, and it was pretty, the guy was in a rush, sped past, stopped for like 20 seconds, and just fucked off straight away again. We were a bit like, well, we're not making it to work. Luckily, my mate came and picked me up, which was all good. Shout out Caleb, big dog.
Big ups.
But yeah, it's Rome buses are shit. And then again, I went to Canmore yesterday, and their fucking app wouldn't let me pay for a ticket. I was on this bus the whole time for 20 minutes trying to pay for a fucking ticket, and it wouldn't let me. It was pain in the ass, man.
That app is rubbish, though, because I always
normally
get on.
It's fine. I've never had issues before.
But like when you're meant to be scanning the ticket, I don't understand if you're meant to put your phone like face down or face up.
I just show mine to the driver.
I just scan it because I don't like talking to people or showing drivers anything.
I just go, there you go, have that, and then they go, cool. Because I don't understand how it fucking works either.
No, it's just weird. Cool. So I have a bone to pick.
Yeah, it was.
I had the night from hell in my hotel last night. The best way to describe it to you is everything that could go wrong went wrong. So we had this tourist group in, always causing problems, from America, majority of them. But anyways, the ceiling in one of the showers literally collapsed into the bathtub, and there was ceiling panels all in the bathtub. Somebody had to come and sort that out. And then there was also a jacuzzi that was blocked, so I had to go sort that out as well. They were just like, oh, we left it from the night before, and there's just gunk just swimming around in the jacuzzi. Horrible. I don't want to know what that gunk is from, or where it's from, or whatever, but I don't want to know. But there was gunk, so I had to deal with that.
Ugh.
And then the woman whose shower just collapsed in on itself, she refused to move rooms. Because she was like, my friend isn't back till 10, I don't want to move rooms.
That's pretty peculiar.
It is pretty peculiar. But then she decided she was going to take a shower in a different room because she didn't want to move. So front desk was like, you need to take a shower. Like, she was like, I need to take a shower. Front desk was like, go into this room, go do that.
Should have offered her a golden shower.
We should have done that. So I went in and cleaned the shower after her, and she clearly didn't know how a plug works because the shower, it was like, it's in a bathtub and there's a shower on top of it. And the bathtub is full of water.
Yep. And, so she's in a paddling pool at this point.
She's literally standing in a paddling pool, and I open up the plug, let all the water come out, and then she comes and just like, oh, how do you do that? I'm just like, you just lift up the plug, like, it's not difficult. She's like, oh, I didn't realise.
I guarantee she knew how to do that, but she pissed in that water, and she wanted you playing around in her pissy bath water.
Well, because I'd already played around in that dodgy jacuzzi water.
Speaking of jacuzzi water,
I should actually get tested. I feel like after that, but
jacuzzis are a weird one. Yes, Tron's heard this story, but you guys have not. I remember being back home season before I came out to Canada, so it would have been summer 2021. I was at Molly Gill Swift's house for a little bit of a house party. Name drop.
Don't know who that is. If you're listening, hi.
Yeah. Ginger Molly, and she did my gold B&B with me.
You're ginger as well.
Yeah, I know, but she's Ginger Molly because there was another Molly who wasn't ginger. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So Molly Gill Swift, and then we're having a little get together at her house. We're in the hot tub. There's a few other people there. She's got some friends from uni and some of the boys from home, and we're kind of sat in this tub, and you can clearly see there was at least one person for certain who's having a bit more fun with someone else than they should be in a a hot tub with other people in there. It was a little bit freaky. I'm going to say the name now and we're going to bleep it. You fucking, yeah. Well, so yes, she was getting a little bit of the old finger blam, as we were all sat round. Yeah, it was weird. It was a strange night, but yeah.
Yeah, very strange, very
peculiar.
strange.
Peculiar
Hot
night.
tubs are not where it's at. It's really
it's
bad.
not.
I think we should now get into Dumb Tourist of the Week. So we've already had one nomination from me with the person who doesn't know how a plug works in a bath. My other nomination is, so this, I didn't actually see this happen, but the front desk agent comes up to me yesterday, and we were talking about how crap our night was, and they're just like, well, yesterday this American person came in, tried to use their American Express card into the ATM, pushed it in, took some money out, and then went over to the front desk. So it's like, I've just used my American Express card, but Canadian money has come out of the machine. Is it broken? And the person just like, no, you're in Canada. Canadian money comes out of Canadian ATM. But they're just like, but in America, American money comes out. And the person's just like,
yes, because you're fucking American.
They're just like, if you're in America, would you expect Canadian money to come out? They're like, no. They're just like, exactly. So that, I'm not going to go to like bloody England and expect German money to come out of the English ATM.
Yeah, so it's peculiar. And my dumb tourist, one of my nominations for Dumb Tourist of the Week is also another stupid fucking American.
Oh, Americans.
This American was a lady who came into the shop and she bought herself a sweatshirt.
As you do.
As you do. You come into the shop, buy yourself some clothing. Yep. It's all good.
A little souvenir from Banff.
However, about 3 minutes later, she returns to the counter and says, I'd like to exchange this.
So she'd already bought it.
She'd already
paid the money.
Paid the money. She comes back to the counter and says, I would like to exchange it for another one. We go, okay, cool. Whatever we do at one exchange, that's all good. A few minutes after that, she comes back, wants to exchange the one she's just exchanged for something different. And then after that, she comes back again and exchanges again. And it gets to the point where my co-worker says, no, that's it. We are not exchanging anything else for you. And she goes, yes, that's fine. I'm leaving the store afterwards. But just make your fucking mind up, man. It's not that difficult.
And we there is a mirror in the back, right, where she could easily look at it, like hold it up against herself. Maybe you said it's a sweater, right?
Yes, this one wasn't even for size. This was just she just kept changing.
So she could just put it on over and look at the design a little bit more with what she's wearing. But
no, she was a fucking idiot.
How old was this woman? Estimate, do we think?
She had youngish kids.
So 30s.
30s, yeah.
Probably. Surely you know a little bit better by then.
Yeah, surely you do. But then we also had the same day. We had another lady. This time, it was a lady, an older lady.
Oh.
Not old lady, an older, let's say,
older.
50-ish.
50-ish.
She's hit the half century. She's hit the half century.
Oh.
And then she...
holding the bat up.
Yeah. She's picked up a shirt and she's brought it to the counter and she goes, oh, I'm going to pay for this now, but we might swap it for the size. I'm like, why not just find out what size you are first before you buy this shirt? Would that not make more sense? And she kind of looks at me and goes, oh, yeah. Just use your fucking brains for
it's easy.
Stupid.
Like, even if you don't know the sizes that are in the shop, it's easy to like
just
look up online and have a look. Or try it on.
Just try the fucker on, man. It's not that difficult.
Are you going to say the Spanish lady
story? Oh, and then we got the other the other dumb tourist of the week. This one's a bit more peculiar. We had a Spanish lady come in. Yeah, well, a Spanish-speaking lady. She may not be Spanish. She could have been Mexican. She could have been Argentine. She could have been Chilean. Do the Chileans?
She could even be. They speak Spanish. Yeah. West side of South America is Spanish. East side is Portuguese.
It's just Brazil that's Portuguese, isn't it?
Exactly. It's the only place with the east side.
Yeah. Anyway, could have been any of those Western South American countries, or Spain,
or
Mexico, or maybe do they speak it in any of the West Indies?
Puerto Rico,
yeah. So yeah, it could have been a myriad of places.
But she was Spanish speaking.
Spanish speaking.
But how do you know it's Spanish and not Portuguese?
Because it was definitely fucking Spanish.
Okay. Would she have a sombrero on? Like the maracas?
No, there was no maracas, but she said Espanol. So that to me signifies Spanish.
That says Spanish. She's not going La Portuguese.
She's not telling me she speaks Portuguese. She's telling me she speaks Spanish. Well, she comes up to the counter. I'm away doing some little mug work. I'm organising the mug area.
Well, are you a mug or are you organising mug work? Like, you're doing the mugs or are you the mug?
I'm used to working with mugs.
But you are a mug as well who works with mugs.
No.
Okay. Carry on.
I'm highly offended. But yeah, we were doing I was doing the mugs. I come to the counter and this lady is talking really fast in Spanish at my co-workers who they don't speak Spanish.
No.
They don't speak Spanish at all. They asked if she spoke English. She did not. So it was a bit of a sticky conversation. So I then tried to ease life by presenting my phone with Google Translate up.
Yeah.
And then, so we all know where you type on Google Translate, don't we?
Where it says translate.
Where it says translate, yeah.
Because otherwise you're not translating anything.
What she did is she went into the search bar.
That's not where you translate.
Yes, that's not where you translate, is it? You're just searching for things.
Yeah.
So that didn't help. And we got her to actually put it in the right place. And it turns out she was looking, it just said frozen. But at the same time, she was making weird gestures. She was kind of gesturing her hand towards her mouth. The only way I can really signify it is we all know how to mime a blowjob. She was miming a blowjob and making slurping noises, kind of, as she said the word helado, which means frozen. So we were quite confused as to what the fuck she wanted. And then she gave us some more words, and it turns out she was looking for a frozen smoothie. I was like, well, that's a milkshake, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we sent her off to, I suggested McDonald's. I suggested some of the other ice cream places around town. And she was, no. So in the end, I just said Bear Street and sent her on her way because I couldn't be asked if I could deal with her. Fucking head case.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah.
We love head cases.
Slurpy.
So who do you think is going to get our vote while you're slurping away?
I think it's got to be the lady who doesn't know how to use a plug.
I'd think that too, but I also do like the slurpy one as well.
Honourable mention to slurpy.
Honourable mention. Okay, well you added this one before.
Yes, we're now going to talk about the achievement that means the most to us.
Yeah.
So, Tron, what have you achieved that means the most to you?
To be fair, I haven't achieved a whole bunch of my life up until now. But the main thing that I really liked that I achieved was probably my level 2, simply because it was pretty easy, not gonna lie. But anyways, it meant I could ski instruct it, something I wanted to do for a while, so that was pretty cool. Also, kind of as a joke one, but we were saying about this earlier, but I won the best footballer award in my primary school, and I have 2 left feet. I am awful. I'm like if N'Golo Kante and Elmo had a kid, but didn't know how to play football.
Why those two?
Because N'Golo Kante does everything, and Elmo does everything, but it's just insane. But doesn't really know what he's doing. It's the best way to describe it. I'm just that, okay? And I scored 8 goals in 9 games. Admittedly, about 5 of those goals were against opposition that, to be honest, didn't really know how to run, let alone play football.
So are you telling me you were playing against a team of disabled kids?
No.
As you scored
No. They weren't disabled kids.
Okay.
They were just, like the stereotypical private school kids who don't really know how to play football. They're just there to study.
Yeah.
And they don't really want to be there. Those kids. So I actually wanted to be there, hence why I compared myself to Elmo, because I was just hyperactive on the field.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah. But also, one of the other achievements that means the most to me would probably be, I don't know, my relationship with Garstang. It's a big achievement.
It is a big achievement.
Anyways, carry on.
Cool. But the achievement that means the most to me, I've got 2 up here. I've got my Gold Duke of Edinburgh's award, which it meant quite a lot. I mean, yeah. It's not the easiest thing.
You're me out of the water already.
Yeah, it's a pretty.
I don't like talking about my achievements. I like Garstang.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a myriad. I've got a massive array of achievements.
I might have some serious achievements. I just don't remember them.
Yeah, that's just because you're a bit fucking stupid, innit?
Oi.
But yeah, the biggest achievement in my mind that I can think of is one of the ones that came to me most recently. It's my CSIA Instructor of the Year 2023.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so this man hasn't stopped talking about this. He was telling me the skis are being delivered, they're in the post, everything. He gets the free pair of skis, then wants to sell them straight away.
Yeah, fucking Blizzard skis.
Okay, you don't like Blizzard, not a fan.
Well, it's also, they're just a bit short for me. It's not, they're a little short.
I love short skis. But anyways,
I don't.
You also got patches. You also got
some lecky poles.
You and your bloody lecky poles.
Oh, I got a face mask that makes me look like a paedophile.
I thought you already looked like one without the face mask.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
So yeah, that's you just did shop about it, but I am proud of you.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
It was a tough season, as we know. It was a tough season.
Yeah, you got
to know that I still worked hard.
Yeah,
did the work that was needed, and yeah,
that was
recognised.
Story of the century.
Yeah,
it was like Leicester City after being almost relegated and winning the title.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it was. Okay, now we're going to talk about a section that your brother
my
decided to come
18-year-old brother, shout out to you, Nicholas Garstang. He asked us to talk about cock and ball torture. So this is that. We've spoken about it, and that's all we're going to do.
Yeah, we're not actually going to get into it, we're just going to say.
That's for when we eventually start our exclusive paywall service.
On OnlyFans.
We're probably going to be on OnlyFans because it gives us more money than Patreon does. We'll talk about cock and ball torture properly then. We may even do
ski instructor feet pics on OnlyFans?
Oh yeah, we'll do ski instructor feet pics.
Okay, good.
Everyone needs to see ski instructor feet pics. They are... So. Yeah, especially after new boots.
So the big news this week is...
Speaking of achievements...
Grealish.
Achievements, we are talking about Jack Grealish.
And the Man City...
Treble-winning team.
Champions League, they finally did it as well. So we're gonna get into Jack Grealish real quick, then we're gonna rate the team and their performances in the final.
Because Jack Grealish has had quite the past few days, hasn't he?
I don't think he's been to sleep yet.
No,
the night after winning, he was out in the morning, still in his full kit, partying away. It looked like he was just on something. Yep. Not just alcohol. He was on something.
If we try and track the timeline, so. They win the Champions League.
Yeah.
We all knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
Milan were not going to...
They're the best team right now, it makes sense.
They are a dominant force in world football. And then he put a video up on his Instagram story of his mate. His mate looking...
His mate doesn't want to be there,
His mate is contemplating existence and his decisions from the night before.
Why am I friends with Jack Grealish right now? What is going on?
And he's laughing at him. And on the side by his mate, there's clearly a full bag of substance.
The substances that we know all too well in Banff.
Yes,
right there.
We see these a lot. As they say, it's always snowing in Banff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so there's that. And then it goes on a few days. I think the next morning we see this picture surface of him being carried by Kyle Walker to the team bus.
To the team bus because he's
too hungover, he can't walk.
Yeah.
And then they end up doing their parade in...
Oh, did you see the footage of him on the parade bus? With Kyle Walker literally holding onto his trousers
so he didn't fall off.
Kyle Walker, what a legend here, by the way.
Kyle Walker's a legend. I mean, he does some questionable things. But,
he does.
Did you hear that? What was the report? That he got his cock out in a bar or something?
Oh, God.
Strange dude.
I don't think we need to talk about that. Yeah. Anyways, back on to Jack Grealish. You wrote something about a high-vis jacket.
Oh, yes. He was wearing a high-vis jacket at one of the trophy events because the team needed to know where he was going to be. And it's hard to see a Man City shirt in a sea of Man City shirts, so if they just put him in a high-vis jacket, he's easier to find.
You know exactly where he is.
Then there was footage of him singing "Have You Ever Won the Treble, Have You Fuck" to his own fans with Erling Haaland.
I think weird. I saw that, yeah. Erling Haaland's turned into a menace with Jack Grealish.
Give me the champagne! What a man! What a man!
I like Man City because they actually have like some personalities.
They do,
and we talk about John Stones.
John Stones,
the Louvre. What a guy!
What a man! What a man! But yeah, he's just had an absolutely fantastic few days. There was the footage of him acting like a turkey, getting vodka poured into his mouth on stage.
Acting like a turkey? How do you act like a turkey?
He was doing the wings and making gobble gobble sounds before Kyle Walker poured vodka down his mouth in one of the other parade things.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's a miracle he's made it to England training.
Okay.
Out on time with the rest of them.
Yeah, I think we now got to rate the Man City squad.
Yes, we are going to rate the Man City squad. Give me just a second whilst I bring that up. Tron Waffle.
Okay. So, one thing I love about Jack Grealish is the size of his calves. We were set, like, they're not just calves, they're cows. They're legitimate cows on the end of his legs. They're huge. And I also like the fact that if you guys have watched Ted Lasso, which hopefully you have, Jamie Tartt is clearly based off Jack Grealish, but I feel like
partly off him,
and a couple other players. Yeah. But like the Alice band is off Jack Grealish.
100%.
But what I like about that is Jack Grealish. Loads of people didn't like him for a while at Villa,
but now he's
really liked. So it's a lot like Jamie Tartt in the Richmond series.
Aston Villa.
That would be true.
Gotta bleep that. Gotta bleep that.
It's almost like we don't like Aston Villa.
Yeah. Fuck the Villa.
So, starting off the team,
we're going to rate the performance they put in at the Champions League final and the performance across the season. We're just going to do the starting 11 for Man City, all right?
Yeah. So, in goal, we have Edison.
I'll start us off. Smash.
Smash for me too. Those tattoos on him.
Oh, he's a good-looking dude.
And he's Latin American.
And again,
we love Latin
he's got very good ball control.
He does.
Manuel Akanji.
Yeah.
Smash.
I'm going to go pass because I don't like Belgian people. He's not from Belgium, but he's from Switzerland, which is too close to Belgium for my liking.
They are not too close to each other. There is a border between Germany and France. The two countries don't touch, but...
They're too close.
Too close. Okay. Ruben Dias.
Smash.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
Good. Nathan Ake. He's from the Netherlands.
I'm going to go smash just because...
He knows what he's doing when he gets low.
Yeah, he does. And he spent probably quite a few nights out in Amsterdam.
He's going to be good fun. John Stones. The Louvre.
Smash just for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, what a player. He has the capability to turn into the greatest English centre-back of all time, so you got to smash.
But they've played him in CDM here, didn't they?
Yeah, he can play anywhere at the moment. I want to see him...
Play him up top.
Yeah, I want to see what happens.
Prime John Stones.
Then we've got Rodri. The Spanish defensive... He's the new Busquets, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's phenomenal.
He's very good. Yeah. Smash, definitely. Yeah. He also knows how to finish, doesn't he, like you said?
Oh, he knows how to finish.
Yeah. Go on a Champions League final.
Bernardo Silva.
Oh, I would say pass.
Pass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because David Silva's better.
I don't know. David Silva's got more of a... I don't know. I think Bernardo's actually turning in to be a better player than David Silva was. Some of the performances he's put in for City have been phenomenal. He's been an incredible player for them for quite a long time as well now.
I do prefer Phil Foden as well.
Fair enough. Kevin De Bruyne.
I love the guy, but unfortunately he's from Belgium.
Yeah,
so
he's from Belgium. It's a pass. We hate the Belgians.
Yeah. Shout out to our Belgium listeners.
Yeah. 5% of them, was it? 5%.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, also, we know producer Aline as well.
Yes.
She's from Belgium.
Yes.
We don't like her either.
We're going to read out some of our age ranges and our demographics for the first episode, if you guys are interested as well.
And then we've got
Ilkay Gundogan.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Gundogan? I don't know. There's so many weird...
But he's German, so
stuff.
Smash.
Yeah, smash. Jack
Grealish,
Mr. Cows.
Smash.
Smash.
What a lovely man.
And Erling Haaland.
So he is kind of like a robot, is the issue.
If I was female, yes, because he knows what he's fucking doing in the box. But as a man, it's a pass for me.
Just lack of ball control. Right?
Lack of ball control.
Yeah. I do love the guy though, but I feel like you can't really do anything with him because you just get short-circuited or whatever.
Also, shout out to Romelu Lukaku for Inter Milan, who was just dog shit, to be honest.
Wasn't he on the bench as well?
He got brought on and proceeded to just play terribly.
Some washed-up players. Henrik Mkhitaryan, he's shit.
Yeah.
Romelu Lukaku, crap. Who else did they have?
Handanovic.
How do you pronounce
Skriniar.
Is it touchscreen?
Yes, my computer is touchscreen.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just tapped on a player and it went to a thing. I was like, why is it done that? Is it magic? Oh my god, it moves.
Touchscreen computer. Ooh. Cool. So now we're just going to have a look at our little demographics and shout out to some of our listeners.
Yep. Okay.
So, hold the mic for me, Tron.
So, we have officially gone worldwide, is what we're about to find out.
Are a truly international
and we also have...
We're going to read out the stats from our first episode. 75 plays, and we are blown away by your support, guys. That is fantastic. Thank you very much. Yeah, from 64 different people. That, again, phenomenal. Some of you guys have listened to that twice.
64 of you have listened to us.
Yeah.
Waffle.
And that really means a lot. We've got 15 followers on Spotify. Pretty good. If we look at our audience, 44% are from Canada, or listening in Canada. 43% listening in the UK. 5% in Germany. We don't know who our German listeners are. We'd love to find out.
Shout
if you
out
are
to
one
you
of our
guys.
German listeners, DM us. Tom and Tron. Do it. We want to know who you guys are.
And Norway as well.
Norway, we don't know who the Norwegians are either. If you're in Norway and you're listening to this podcast, DM us. We want to know who you are. And the person listening in Belgium, not sure who you are. Give us a shout, because it's not Aline. Producer Aline is...
She's quite clearly in Canada currently.
Yes, I was with her. I bought an ice cream off her yesterday.
Yeah.
It was good. It was lovely ice cream. Then
Yes,
we've got Croatia.
Big
we
up
know
Kate,
producer Kate in Croatia. Chloe in Zimbabwe.
Yep.
And Austria. We don't know who the hell's in Austria either. But yeah, one thing we do want is we want some of you guys to... no, Tom, behave yourself. No, behave. Our gender demographics are pretty interesting. 75% male audience. Cool.
Yep.
So we need to speak to our female market more.
Yes, we do.
Which is something we might struggle with.
Yes, considering we are both males.
We are both males. We can't really connect with females that well.
No, we do struggle with that.
Yes, periods. Am I right?
Yeah.
Then we've got the age ranges. It's quite interesting. We've got somebody over 60, a couple of people over 60 listening to our podcast, which we found a bit weird. We don't know who that is. We've got some 45 to 59-year-olds, which I feel like one of which might be my parents.
Yep.
Yeah. But then we've got some other people in there as well. And then mainly looking at the 18 to 22, 23 to 27 bracket, but a couple of 28 to 34s. Shout out to you guys if you're listening. We want to know who the oldest listener is. So DM us if you are you think you're our oldest listener.
Or email us.
Or email us. So we are Tom and Tron on Instagram. Tom, N-T-R-O-N, Tron. And our email is tomandtron@gmail.com.
Yes, that is us.
Yeah, that is us. So give us a shout out. Well, give us a message and we will... Any messages we get about the podcast, we will read out on the podcast. We may have to bleep some bits, but anything you send in, we will read out.
Yep.
Oh, also, message from Dom. Dom. He sent me a message. He said he wanted to ask what the best ski brand is that isn't Atomic.
Is there one?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, it's different skis for different people. Some people prefer one thing, some people prefer the other. What's your favourite ski brand, Tron?
Currently? Oh, jeez. I do ski a lot of Atomic, but we can't say Atomic. So I haven't actually bought these skis yet, but I want to buy some. Would be Fisher, because I want to buy some Fisher curves.
Fair enough. I'm a big fan of my Fishers, my Fisher RC Pros. They're pretty good fun. They are nice, they're stiff, they're good shit. And my boots are Fisher as well, and they're pretty nice as well. Oh. But I've also really enjoyed skiing my Fish Rossies, my Rossi Hero GS skis. They are good fun. The GS skis?
Yes.
No. They cost me $75. I'm hanging on to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were thinking about something.
I was thinking about it, but then also, I mean, the binding is fucked, but if I get a new binding on them, that's pretty good.
And if any of you guys want Blizzard skis, you know where to come.
Oh, yeah, I've got a pair of Blizzard R13 Thunderbirds, 70 underfoot, 170 centimetres long, 13 metre radius. Yeah. Shoot me a message. Skis are in Banff. They are brand new, still in the wrapper. Bindings in the box under my desk. Let me know if you want them. Courtesy of the CSIA.
Exactly. And I think at this point, we're going to go for a break from our sponsors.
We are going to go for a break, so here's a message from our sponsors, and we will be back shortly.
Are you feeling sad? Are you trying to process some challenging events in your life? Do you want someone to laugh at you and not give a fuck? We at Never Help have never helped anyone with their mental health, and are the perfect people for you to call to be laughed at. There is no confidentiality. We will tell everyone we know about what a loser you are. Contact us at neverhelp.com. And that was a word from our sponsors.
Please support them as they allow us to keep making this content for you guys.
Exactly. And the next segment, I should say, is rap or crap. So I want you guys to play along at home. So I'm going to read out some rap lyrics that are either by an actual rapper or by me, MC Tron. So I'm going to get Tom to guess whether it's actual rapper or me. And then that's basically the segment. So the first one...
Disclaimer, as this is the re-record, I have heard this once before, but my memory is shit, so we see what happens.
Yes, and some of them are awful, so this disclaimer. Even the ones that are made by me, they're not my views. So let's go. The first one is, the doctor smacked my arse.
I can't remember this one. I'm going to go Tron, MC Tron.
That is by Corday, not MC Tron. The next one is, I'm like Harry Potter, I like to use my wand.
Now, I remember this one. It's MC Tron, this one.
This is MC Tron. This is one of my better bars as well. I just had a three-peat, fucked 3 hoes I met this week.
Travis Scott.
That is Travis Scott. How do you remember?
So
like bad.
This once before.
Okay. I don't do one-night stands, only handstands.
Is that an MC Tron?
That is an MC Tron. It's a good one as well. See my little daughter, bad as hell. She ain't even 5.
Now, I just want to talk about this for a second. This is Rogue. Now, I know this is from Lil Durk, is it?
Lil Durk, yes.
Yeah, get child protection services to that man's house, please. Take that daughter away from him. She needs to be looked after.
I don't know if he's talking about, like, she's bad as in, like, she
needs to sit on the naughty step.
Yes, which I hope is what he's saying. But I hope he's not saying she's bad as hell, as in, like, bad as in, like, you know what we're going at.
First of all, it's 5. She's 5.
Yeah.
Second, she's his daughter.
It's bad. Our next one is, because I'm cooler than the polar bear's toenails.
That's rap.
It is rap. It's by Outkast. Big up. The next one is, I'm like the squirrel from Ice Age. I keep losing my nut.
That's rap.
That's by MC Tron. The next one, don't be eyeballing your sister, ho ho.
Well, I know a little bit about your relationship with your sister. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say that's MC Tron.
That is not MC Tron. That's Baby Keem, but I can see what you mean. Fucking your hoe in her kidney, fuck up the city.
That's Drake, isn't it?
I wish it was. It's Tory Lanez, but it's a little bit too graphic for me. But, what else do we have here? I be hitting on my friend's mum, she a MILF.
That, to me, screams MC Tron. He loves the MILFs.
That is MC Tron. I do love a good MILF. She got a big booty, so I call her Big Booty.
It's accurate. I'm going to go with Tron.
That's 2 Chainz. I got in a fight with a kangaroo.
Tron.
That is big time Tron. Okay. I'm like a struggling doctor, no patience.
That's too good to be MC Tron. We're going to have to go with rap there.
Yeah, that is Lil Wayne. Way too good to be me. I got so many chains, they call me Chaining Tatum.
That to me, again, that screams... Oh, but it's so bad it could be good. Yeah, we're going rap.
That is Drake. Yep, it's so bad it could be good. And I'm pretty sure that is all of them. So, yeah. As you can tell, there are some questionable lyrics in rap.
Questionable lyrics. I've got a couple I just want to talk about here. I can't remember where this one's from, but I remember these lyrics. Slap handcuffs on me, take me to custody and look at my balls, batty and dick. Wagwan for batty man, you've seen my balls, batty and dick.
What is going on?
Rap is...
Rap is interesting.
It is. And then we've got the other one. How many times have I touched them kids? The whole op block's been molested.
Yeah. There are some bad ones online I've seen of like Heady One.
Yeah.
Saying like I like to take 4 inches. It's like, what kind of 4 inches are we talking about here, buddy? It's very confusing. Rap is an interesting place.
It very is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna segue away from rap pretty quick. And my other idea for this podcast, because this is Tron's section right now, is we're gonna come up with our 11-a-side football team of people with either red in their name or red characters.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk a little bit about why we've made these picks as well, because some of these are some phenomenal players in my mind.
So with draft pick number 1, I'm going to go with Clifford the Big Red Dog in goal. Because to make it pretty self-explanatory, he's massive. Like, he must be like 7 foot, 8 foot. Huge. The guy can see up to like second floors of like buildings, second stories. So I don't think there's many people going to be able to get the ball past him, especially if he's on a good day, you know.
Again, that's a good pick, but I think I've outdone you here. I've taken someone who's nothing gets past him. He's too good. His reactions are too quick. Spider-like, you could say. I've taken Spider-Man in net.
Yeah, what a guy. What a pick. So my philosophy in my team is very much Brexit tackle based. So one of the main hothead Brexit tacklers I can imagine is Angry from Inside Out. He's a little red guy. He has flames coming from his head. This man knows how to Brexit tackle. 2-footers everywhere from this guy.
Yeah, scary looking fullback there, but I think I've gone for a bit more calm in my back line. So I've gone for Poe from the Teletubbies. Bit of mass behind him. They are going to be all right.
Yeah.
They are going to be all right, but they've got that calmness, but I also feel like they're going to be pretty good going forwards. Yeah. They're going to be a steady rock at the back. They're going to be helpful, and they're going to keep the team calm.
I feel like Poe has some pace in there as well.
Poe can put on the afterburners.
Okay, so the next one is Eddie Redmayne for me at centre-back.
It's a weird choice from you.
It's a weird choice, but what I'm thinking...
Because he's a skinny, weird, reedy-looking dude.
But a lot of these characters we have are small cartoon characters. And Eddie Redmayne is 6 foot.
I've not got anyone that small in my team.
Mine's small if I look at my team. So I had to get Eddie Redmayne in there. He's going to provide some height in the back and a little bit of a calm head, because the rest of the back four are pretty mental. Is the best way to describe it.
He doesn't try to reprise his role from the Theory of Everything, as that would not be very mobile up at the back.
No, we do not want that happening.
No, but my first choice centre back, I've gone with Deadpool. If he gets injured, he's straight back up again. He don't give a shit. You're not getting past him. He's quick, he's fast, he's agile, and he can read the game, and he's not afraid of getting fucking violent if he needs to. He will do a job if he has to.
It's played by Ryan Reynolds as well. We love Ryan Reynolds. My next one is Knuckles. So if you know Mario and Sonic and all of that, this guy has anger management. It's a little theme for the back four. He's huge Knuckles, hence his name, and the guy's violent as hell. So Brexit tackles everywhere. He's going to be punching people out, having a great time.
With his big hands, would he not be better suited to playing at keeper?
He would, but Clifford is just so huge it can block up the whole goal.
Fair enough.
Clifford's not very... Clifford is pretty mobile, I feel like, but Clifford in goal I feel like is a choice.
Fair enough. I've gone with the Scarlet Witch. Mm-hmm. Scarlet Witch can dictate play from the back. She can see everything that's going to happen. She knows what's going to happen, and you're not going to be able to deal with it. It's just... She's in total control from that position as the right-sided centre-back. You're not going to be able to deal with her. She's too good.
So, my left-back. I feel like this character can play a little bit more forward than back as well. So I'm expecting lots of runs from this guy, but it's Mario. Okay?
Mario.
You can definitely put a shift in. He's got a little bit of weight, but it's okay, because I feel like he can be violent if he wants to. We've seen that in the games, so I want him to bring Brexit Mario. That's what I want to see in the back four.
Fair enough. Now, my pick here, he's got that turn of pace for sure. He's definitely got the turn of pace.
Definitely has turn of pace.
He's going to be blistering speed. He's kind of got that Kyle Walker vibe where his positioning's probably not going to be great, but he's so quick it doesn't fucking matter.
No.
And especially with the communication with Scarlet Witch, he's going to know what's coming 100% of the time, and he's going to be in the place to deal with it. I've gone with the Flash.
Mine in central defence midfielder. We're playing 4-2-3-1, by the way, as our formation. But Elmo, he's the captain of the side. He's going to bring some ferocious play in the midfield. He's like a Duracell bunny. Battery never dies. He's just running around like a crazy man. The only downside of him is when he's barking orders with his really high voice. I don't know if the team will be able to hear him too loud, but that's okay. We love Elmo.
I've gone with another outside-the-box choice. This is kind of like what Real Madrid do. They find some Brazilian from the favelas, and they just pick him up. No one knows who the hell he is, but he does a number, and he does the job, and everyone knows he's good. And I've gone with...
Then?
Yeah, like Vinicius or something like that. I've gone with Magnus the Red. Look him up. His career speaks for itself, really. He's an imposing figure. He's got the physical stature to do a shift at CDM. He's got the mind to read the play properly and understand what's going on. And again, he's so big. It's not going to be easy getting past him. He's going to be an aerial threat too. I mean, the man's 12 foot tall, at least, for crying out loud. He's going to be fine. So he's my pick for my first CDM.
So my second CDM is a little bit of a weird choice again, but it's Wonder Woman. So I feel like she can tell orders to Elmo so Elmo doesn't get a little bit too crazy, help out with his positioning. And also, I feel like she's a pretty good playmaker. Good on the ball, all that good stuff. So, and good at firing shots into the box as well. Yeah.
Fair enough. I've gone with the Red Power Ranger.
Good choice.
fantastic endurance, always good. Yeah, sometimes the Power Rangers struggle, but they always make it back. And with the communication from this super team I'm building here, Red Power Ranger's not going to struggle, I don't feel like. And again, if stuff gets too hard, get in the Megazord. Get the Megazord on the pitch.
Yeah.
You're not dealing with the Megazord. You're not going to be able to. It's that simple. Red Power Ranger for me, he's a leader. He's the captain of my team.
Is he?
Yeah, Red Power Ranger's always the leader. He's the captain here.
Okay. A right wing for me is Mickey Mouse. So again, we've got some high-pitched voices in the team. I feel like Mickey Mouse, the amount of money he's going to make in jersey sales alone is huge.
He's a big name.
He's a big face of the franchise. He's been around for forever, over 100 years now. I'm pretty sure plying his trade. Doesn't get injured very often.
He's a brand signing as well.
He's a huge brand. So he's going to be the face of the franchise. Him and Elmo, the two figureheads of this team. So I feel like he can put in a good cross, and with who we have up front, it's going to be easy to find ahead of that guy. So yeah,
cool, good stuff. I've got now looking at my wings here. I've taken some blistering pace and some strong players. First one I've gone for, running down the left for me, I've got Lightning McQueen.
What a guy!
Blistering pace. He's an athlete. He's done it at the highest level for many years.
He's won quite a few championships in his past.
Yeah, and he's an intelligent player. I mean, He worked with the British Secret Service at one point, didn't he?
He did, yes.
He knows what he's doing. He's going to be a phenomenal player in this team.
He also trained a young up and comer racer at one point as well.
When he retires, he's going to be coaching for me. He's that good. He is everything I need him to be.
Exactly. So at attacking midfielder, we have someone who is very creative. He's the owner of his own restaurant, so he's very good at creating stuff. Speedy service, straight into the box is Mr. Krabs. He's also a little bit lethal, got big pincers. So if anybody gets too close, he can definitely Brexit tackle you as well. So we love that.
Yeah. He's a boss as well.
He is a boss.
He's gonna. Is he your captain?
Oh no, Elmo's a captain.
Elmo's the captain. All good. Now I've gone for someone close to my heart. He's a phenomenal player. And quite the character. I've gone for Skinhead Rooney. We all know what Skinhead Rooney does. Having him in my team is going to be... He's playing in that attacking midfield role. It's going to be dangerous. It's going to be carnage. There's going to be bodies going everywhere. But it's Skinhead Rooney, and he's going to do the job. I know that for a fact. He's the man for my team.
Okay, at left wing, we have the only real person, other than Eddie Redmayne, the only actual footballer I've made. I just want to clarify.
Eddie Redmayne is not a person. You heard it here first. Tron's losing it.
Okay. We're back at it. So I have Jamie Redknapp at left wing. So he's got a very famous dad. Played football for Liverpool, I believe. Good player. But what I want from him is just actual football know-how. I want actual football know-how from him, because the rest of them, bless them, don't really know what they're doing. So we need Jamie Redknapp in there to sort everyone out. That's the plan.
Fair enough. I've gone with Optimus Prime. Prime, we know what he does. Jeez. He's incredible. He can be a truck, or he can be whatever the other thing he is. Dangerous down the wing. He's going to be moving fast. He's big, tall. He can be that aerial presence in the box if I need him there. He's going to be a phenomenal signing on the right for me. Okay,
so up front for me we have... So I wanted to get Lightning McQueen in the spot, so I went for the next best guy. The truck that carries him called Mac. So this guy is huge, and he's a great guy for balls to be played into him. I'm sure he can leap very high, dot it in, easy, especially Mickey Mouse's crossing ability. It's going to be a great duo up there.
Fair enough. I've gone for Winnie the Pooh. You may be thinking Winnie the Pooh isn't red, but Winnie the Pooh wears a red t-shirt. It's the only clothing Winnie the Pooh wears. And I think Winnie's going to be a phenomenal hold-up striker. The Olivier Giroud in my team. Yeah, not going to score 30-plus goals a season.
He does need to lay off the honey a little bit, though.
But when you've got Skinhead Rooney in the team, Lightning McQueen and Optimus Prime, you don't need to be getting all the goals all the time. He's going to be the provider, working through him, not to him. He's going to be a phenomenal player.
So I think my manager for this team has got to be Harry Redknapp, because I got his son in the team, and I reckon Harry Redknapp can get the best out of Mickey Mouse and Elmo, the two main players in this team. I also think he'll be able to get the best out of the back four and teach him how to properly Brexit tackle. If I could get Sean Dyche, if he had Red in his name, I would. But Harry Redknapp is the next best guy, I feel like.
I currently have no idea who I'm going to put as my manager. I'm thinking now. I'm thinking, and I'm still thinking.
Iron Man.
That's a shout and a half, actually.
He's mainly red, isn't he?
He is mainly
dead,
red.
Though.
Yeah, well, Harry Redknapp will be soon, let's be honest. I don't know. Red in the name.
Who else is there?
I'm going to put Fred Crawshaw as my manager. He's got a job now where he's in charge of 12 men. So he's going to be able to manage this 11 pretty easily. That's a walk in the park for him.
Easy.
Yeah, he's going to get respect.
What is his tactics?
His tactics? Search and destroy. Search and destroy. That's how he's going to be playing.
Skinhead Rooney.
Yeah. To close with and kill the enemy. That is Fred's tactics. So that's what we're going to be going for here.
You're going to kill young Elmo.
Yeah.
Okay. Rest in peace, Elmo.
Yeah. So cool. There we go. The other thing we wanted to talk about in this middle section was we wanted to go over the ASMR section from last week and give you some more sounds for this week. So, Tron, you could hold my mic.
Yes, we did. So the ASMR section from last week, I believe we had a receipt was the first one.
Yes, it was.
The second one was...
my sunglasses.
Yeah. And the third one was...
it was my coffee cup.
There we go. I only know the first one because I wasn't paying attention to the rest of it.
We've got 3 more sounds for you this week.
Yes, we do.
And we want you to know, try and guess what they are. Okay? Shoot us a message, see if you get them right. So the first sound is coming up now. That was sound number 1. Here comes sound number 2. Okay? Listen carefully. Okay, that was sound number 2. Coming up now is sound number 3. Listen carefully. What was sound number 3? Okay, cool. The other thing was we wanted to talk about a TikTok, didn't we, John?
Yes, we did.
We did. And the kind of implications it
might have on society.
Yes, the societal implications this has.
Most of this is going to be blurred.
So you may have just heard the first part there. So we're going to play it for you guys now, and I just want you guys to listen to this.
So you got your penis in your hand, stroking it, watching porn, being cock and ball torture, right? She's literally opening her like a doctor's office, and you can see her. None of that is cheating. Porn is not cheating. But if your high school crush starts an OnlyFans, right, and you got a girlfriend, and you buy that shit, and she's doing videos online, she's doing her own she's doing like gang bangs with like guests, it's like celebrity guest gang bang. That is cheating. Follow for more tips. So you got...
So what I'm kind of worried is, A, it says, on the TikTok, it says financial tips.
Yes.
It's clearly not a financial tip. And B, I feel like this is actual real life situation of this guy. I feel like this is what he's living through right now.
Yes.
Majority of that's going to be bleeped though, I think.
Yes. Hopefully you'll get the gist of it. But the thing we really wanted to talk about here is the kind of... To me, this really connects with the kind of... yeah, it's too close to home sometimes, isn't it? Sometimes things can be a bit too close to home. The main issue we see here, what he's talking about is very true, isn't it?
Yes.
I would say, yeah, if you knew the person, now, different relationships have different boundaries, but Tron, is watching porn cheating?
I would say no.
No? Cool. Why not?
Just because you're never going to know the person.
Yeah, it's acting. It's not real. No. Isn't it? The people in it are not real. They are actors doing a performance. But if you know the person producing the content, all of a sudden it's not really acting, is it?
Because, and especially if it's someone because he said it's his high school crush.
Yeah, someone he knew in high school. Someone who he's had feelings for.
He probably still has feelings for by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's what makes it cheating, in my opinion.
But watching porn relationship is still a little bit weird, I find.
It is a little strange.
But I get it if you're like, just say far away from each other or whatever. That makes sense. But yeah,
fair enough. But yeah, it's a strange thing he touches on there, and yeah, it brings it back to even things always feel worse when they're closer to home. If you were to be cheated on, you'd rather be cheated on with someone random than someone you know.
Especially if it's someone who you've introduced them to as well.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty
100%.
Shocking.
And again, you'd rather be cheated on with, again, someone random than someone from their past as well.
Exactly. So I feel like we should go for another ad break at this point, right?
Another break, yeah.
Another word from our sponsors.
And we'll come back to you with the Court of Tom and Tron.
Yes, the highlight of the episode.
Court of Tom and Tron. We've got some juicy advice coming up. All right, sit tight.
Do you live in Banff? Have you had far too much to drink? Has your coat gone missing? And do you need someone who will stop at nothing to get it back? Our operatives are specially trained and ready to do whatever it takes to return your jacket. Whatever it takes. Contact us at 403 951 0776.
Hello and welcome back to Edge Control. Thank you to our sponsors. Please support them as they help us keep making this content for you guys. But cool. We're going to get straight into Court of Tom and Tron here. So our first message from one of our listeners reads, Dear Tom and Tron, I have a legal conundrum. There is a large tree about 50 metres from where I live in which roughly 100 crows sit for most of the day and night, making lots of noise. It is also not uncommon for them at night to fly into many of the windows, making a bang loud enough to wake us up at ungodly hours. I am well aware of the laws against removing said birds, but at what point does this become a localised pest problem which needs removal? I worry not only about the inhabitants of the building, but also the balance of the local ecosystem. Due to the line of work I find myself in, there are many legally licensed firearms knocking about, and we live on privately owned land. Morally, socially, ethically and legally, can we take matters into our own hands and deal with the issue?
I think we should be able to take matters in our own hands and deal with the issue.
Yeah.
You have the firearms at your disposal, use them.
The hardware this man has at his disposal that we know about is... It's a fucking shitload.
So I don't think you go like balls to the wall like big guns. I think you go.
No, I think you go as big as you can. I think this man could probably, if he needs to, get the nuclear deterrent system involved, and we get that going.
But aren't you then affecting the house and the people living in the house at that point now? Or do we not care about the house?
This is true.
Because it depends how close is the tree to 50 metres.
Yeah, maybe don't get Trident involved.
Maybe not.
Maybe don't do that.
But would one of those big guns work though?
Yes, he's got some mega firepower at his disposal if he needs it. But again, I think the easier solution here would be if it's like a fir tree or something, or just a tree that grows pretty quick, you could just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Tear that tree down. If it's a big old oak, that's something different. But if it's a fir tree, you could. Again, he's probably got the tools just to knock it down pretty easy.
So obviously it's illegal to shoot the birds. But how do you think we're going to get around the legality of that? Because obviously we're not qualified lawyers. We try to be, but we're not. So how do we get around the legality of this?
What I would suggest is training exercise gone wrong.
Yes.
So
fake it.
You missed your target, and now there's a shitload of dead crows.
And somehow you accidentally on purpose hit the tree, and the crows are dead, and there we go.
But I think the main thing is to make sure you do it quickly, and do it on a Sunday when the police aren't around or something like that.
Yeah,
do it on a quiet day.
When the police have gone on their coffee break or whatever.
Yes, make sure everyone around you knows what's going on, and no one's going to be alarmed. And then just make sure you do it quickly, and there's no evidence left. Swift surgical strike, nothing left, all right?
And there aren't any neighbours, are there? So he has to worry about other people seeing it. He can just
I believe he lives on a military base, so this should be okay.
It should be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds like we've solved the issue there.
That sounds like nice and quickly. Can we think of any other issues he might come into here?
The RSPCA, of course.
Oh yeah, but they're assholes, so fuck them.
Okay. What the issue is if you're killing all those crows. What
It
about the local ecosystem?
It is. I mean, roadkill's going to stick around for a bit longer, and that's going to be a bit stinky.
Yes.
And it is getting to summer
And
now.
also, with all the dead crows, are you going to be attracting more foxes onto the military base, would you say?
Oh, yes, you're going to have to dispose of those bodies, aren't you? Otherwise you're going to create a hell of a stink.
Dig them into the ground and...
Just burn them.
Mass burial.
Yeah, burn the crows. So maybe don't burn birds, because I've burnt a bird before. And
whoa. You burnt a bird before?
So
was that a cooking gone wrong? You like...
No, it wasn't a cooking gone wrong. In fact, I was having a little campfire cookout with my mates back home.
Okay.
And my dad came up to me with a dead bird. I can't remember how it died.
Big up, Dad Tom.
But I think it was Daddy Tom. It was a jackdaw, and we put it on top of this campfire, and it just fucking stank because, you know, if you burn hair, it doesn't smell very good.
No,
feathers are basically, I believe they're made from a very similar substance to the hair, and there's a fuckload on it. It's going to stink.
Yeah.
And it's not very nice, and you've also got to smell the burning kind of meat as well, which isn't very nice. Maybe burying is the best option, or again, another option, just fucking chuck it somewhere else. Just take it somewhere else.
It's someone else's problem.
Yeah, and I think eventually those crows will be replaced. But the other thing you could do is, why are the crows all living there? Could you just be a bit more well behaved with your waste disposal? Are they there because they know there's going to be waste left outside?
Yeah. Are they?
In which case,
like the crows that are at one of the ski resorts that we work at.
They just know food's going to be around, so they're sticking around. If you remove the food source, you're not going to have the crows.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like that's problem solved.
Yeah. So long story short, fucking blow the up or deal with your waste issue.
That is the plan. The next one's a little bit of an interesting one.
It's an interesting read. It says, Dear Tomntron, I'm feeling conflicted about a recent decision I made regarding my teenage daughter. She's 16. Following the death of her mother, I can't help but wonder if I made a huge mistake, so I'm turning to you to pass judgment on whether or not I'm the asshole in this situation. Since my wife's passing, life has been tough for the both of us. Dealing with my own grief while trying to provide for her has been a challenge. My daughter has been extremely, extremely distraught, and I can see how much she's struggling emotionally. However, when she asked me for time off from school to process her grief, I ended up prioritising her academic performance instead. I'll admit, I've always been a stickler for education. My daughter is a bright student who excels in her studies, particularly math and science, which are very important, and I wouldn't want to jeopardise that. When she approached me, I couldn't help but think about how it would impact her grades and future prospects. I was concerned that missing school would lead to a drop in her academic performance and potentially hinder her chances of getting into a good college. Instead of allowing her to take some time off, I suggested that she continue attending school, told her that I believed that maintaining a routine and focusing on her education would provide stability and keep her on track. Apparently, my daughter is devastated by my decision. She accused me of not caring about her feelings and prioritising her school performance over her emotional well-being. She believed that I'm being callous and unfeeling, dismissing her need for time to heal. Judge Tom, Judge Tron, am I in the wrong?
Okay, well, I'm going to speak first on this one.
Go for it.
I understand where the, I'm guessing it's the dad, is coming from. But I feel like emotional well-being should be ahead of your academic performance. But the dad is going to be looking in the future, okay? So who's going to be paying for his care when he's in a nursing home? The daughter. So she's got to get into a good college, get a good education, get a good job, so then he can eventually be funded by her work, is what he's thinking in the long run.
Yeah, he's thinking, I want to go to a care home where they've got fit women wiping my bum. He doesn't want some mangy old man doing it instead.
No, he wants to be at the best of the best.
He wants to be in a 5-star luxury care home.
One thing I do like is that they've said routine is good,
Yes.
and that is good, but I feel like she should have had time to grieve.
Fair enough. Now, I'm going to take it from a slightly different approach.
Go for it.
I believe that she sounds ungrateful. I believe she should be worked harder than ever before. She should be doing her maybe 6 hours a day at school, and then she should be coming home, and she should have to do maybe another 6 to 10 hours at home.
So 16 hours a day.
16 hours of work a day.
How many days should you even get to sleep? How many hours?
I'd say hours for sleep, isn't it?
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's good sleep, but she should be worked that hard, I don't think.
I think she should. She should be worked non-stop for now and the next 2 years, just to make sure this dad can go to a good college. Not go to a good college, go to a good home. She needs to go to a good college.
How old do we think the dad is?
Ooh, good question. He sounds...
Well, she's 16.
Yeah.
50s maybe?
Maybe,
40s,
40s, 50s. But yeah, I believe that you should be working her harder than she's ever been worked before. Mm-hmm. And making sure that she really, really doesn't have time to stop and think. Because if she stops and thinks, she'll get sad. Just keep her working. Make sure she's non-stop, always going, keep it going, keep it going. You see her sat down resting? No. Give her a pen and paper.
And then the other question is, has the dad had time to process it here?
This is true.
Do we think
maybe he should be doing the same thing?
Yeah. Maybe he should be working his arse off.
Yeah, maybe he should. He should.
Maybe he should go back to school.
Maybe,
who knows?
Yeah, maybe you should become a teacher, work at that school,
teach your daughter,
and pick on her and make sure she does really well. Yeah,
and then you become a university professor and then teacher at university, college, whatever you want to call it. Flip Americans call it college. It's so confusing.
Fucking college, dude.
Let's go to college. I'm going to Harvard College. It's Harvard University, isn't it? I just fucked it up.
It's all good. But yeah, I believe that, you're in the right there, bud. You need to make her work harder, if anything.
So that one was the Am I an Arsehole one. Now the next one is kind of a darker one, isn't it? A bit like the one last week.
This is some legal advice we're giving here.
Again, I just want to say we aren't lawyers. Don't take our word as gospel.
No, do take my word as gospel. I'm always right about everything.
Okay.
So here we go. Dear tomntron, I was stabbed by my co-worker while not on company property or time and have been suspended and maybe possibly fired. What can I do? I work with a man. Let's call him Clint, and he's a bit of a drunk. He lives right across the street from me, and he is constantly over at my house. At first, I didn't mind hanging out with the guy because he seemed kind of cool. He's older than me and had a lot of wisdom. It got out of hand very quickly. The guy was over every day, and when he's very drunk, he is very loud, annoying, and sometimes confrontational. He would constantly call and text me, come over, knock on my windows and doors until I opened. So, the night of the incident, I wasn't home. I was with other friends out of town. My co-worker comes to the house late that night while I'm on the way home and begins knocking. I assume he knocked for a while and then he called me. I didn't answer, but he left me a voicemail along the lines of, the law's coming and hell's coming with it. He was absolutely plastered. He then proceeded to call the police and ask for a welfare check, even though I had seen him literally the previous day and gave no indication of anything that would require a welfare check. I then arrived home to him on the sidewalk, to him yelling and screaming in his usual gibberish manner. I approached to ask why he had called the police. He was very confrontational. He's been like this before, so I put my hand on his shoulder in an attempt to usher him inside to avoid waking up neighbours and causing a scene. He then pulled a knife and put a 4-inch wide, 1-inch deep gash in my side and a half-in stab wound right below. Not sure what a half-in stab wound is, but we keep going. I pushed him away and he replied, "How you like that, bitch?" Tron, can you give me your best "how you like that, bitch"?
I can't do that, personally. How you like that, bitch?
I then ran, and he also ran back to his house. I want to add another small piece of info. Clint has a criminal record. He did 10 years for armed robbery in the 90s. Oh, no. He also happens to be in possession of a shotgun. Illegally, of course. Once I saw him run for the house, I suspected he may be going for that, so I retreated 2 blocks and called the police myself. They arrived and arrested him as he belligerently struggled and screamed. I received treatment at the hospital that night, 8 staples and a tetanus shot. He was charged with aggravated assault. Fast forward to today, I go to work. I work on a university campus to inform them of the incident. I walk in and am met by my managers and the campus police. I was informed that I am suspended until the court case is over and I may be fired, and I'm not allowed on the campus. Is this legal? I feel like, as the victim of a stabbing, I shouldn't be treated as such, especially since my co-worker is known around town as a crazy drunk and allegedly has come to work drunk, been sent home by managers, and again I say allegedly. What can/should I do?
Okay.
Tron, take the lead.
I will take the lead. So, this is a very weird one. I don't get why she was friends with him in the first place, but it's just how it is.
He or she?
They. We can't assume. We can't assume. Clint came round the house many times. At that point, surely you say stop coming round. But I get the guy's drunk, whatever. Makes sense. But what I don't understand is the fact that she's not allowed into her work
at all. It's peculiar from work. I mean, they do work together, so I guess they may want to be seen as staying neutral.
But one of them literally did stab a knife into the other person.
I think the first issue here is
and
revenge.
Has an illegal shotgun as well.
Yes, the first issue here is revenge.
Yes.
You need to take revenge on the man who stabbed you.
Eye for an eye.
How are you going to do this? I would advise, there's 2 ways of doing this. You could burn his house down.
That'd be a good one.
Or psychologically torture him first. So what I'm thinking is you break into his house, maybe buy some dolls or something, nooses around them, staple them all around the place, hang these dolls with nooses around their heads around the house, make sure he gets really weirded out, but just one at a time. So break into his house every night and put a new one up. So first night there's 1, second night there's 2, third night there's 3, and so on and so forth. And then as you're doing it, just leave little messages written on the walls places. Maybe put some rats in his apartment so he's scurrying all the time. Really make him think he's going insane.
I mean, he already is insane by
Oh yeah, make him paranoid then. Make him really worried. That's your job. And what you want to do is make sure you keep doing that. And then you're going to do the same thing to the manager at your work. make sure he is fearful for his life too, but then you're also going to frame the man who stabbed you. That's my idea here. And then, because of that, yeah, you should be good then. Just, yeah, revenge.
So we're going to get into our lawyer status right now. What would you say if you were defending the woman in court? What kind of stuff would you say? So
the victim here.
Yeah, the victim. So for me, I would say, obviously, she's been stabbed. Here's a stab wound. The guy's an idiot.
She's been stabbed. Here's a stab wound. That's
stab
pretty
wound.
Conclusive evidence.
Exactly. Here's the knife. Basically, again, I just want to say I'm not an actual lawyer. It may sound like I am right now, but clearly I'm not. So the other thing is, I would say that man should be on an alcohol ban, for one.
How do you enforce that though, Tron?
You lock him inside his house.
Just lock the man away and forget about him. There you go. Put him in the oubliette.
This guy's on permanent house arrest, okay? Until the trial. And even then, he's not allowed out of his cell when he's in prison, because he's going to make it there eventually. The other thing is, why did you let him out of prison in the first place? He should still be in there for armed robbery. What is that all about?
Well,
As you know, he did do 10 years, but to be fair, the guy's insane. I don't like this guy Clinton at all. I don't think we should resort to the violence that you were doing. Well, not violence, the torture, emotional torture. I feel like we should play it by the rules, but just say to the court that this guy's an absolute flipping idiot.
Yep.
And that he needs to be locked away for a very long time. Throw the key into a crocodile's mouth in Florida, and forget about him. That'd be my plan.
Okay.
That's what I'd say in the court. Yeah.
So I think the general gist is, make sure Clint doesn't get free again, whether that be through intimidation and killing, or prison. But then again, the work, get a fucking another job. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Deal with him.
Exactly.
Grow up. Come on. You got it, bud. Okay. Now, that brings us to the end of the episode here. We're going to call it a pod, but I just wanted to leave you guys with a quote. I'm going to try and leave you guys with an important quote.
Really quick before we get into the quote, where can they reach us?
Oh, yes. Contact us at tomntron, so TOMNTORN, at gmail.com.
And that's also on Instagram.
Instagram, just at tomntron.
Yes.
Okay.
Where we will reply to your stuff, and if you want to be on a podcast, we'll be having guests soon, so let us know.
Yeah, hopefully next week. So the episode, you'll be getting this on Friday. Hopefully that will be a guest episode, the next one.
And then the other thing that we want to get into is if you have any of the advice, like you want advice from us in the court of Tomntron, let us know. Or if you want a certain section to be on the podcast,
you've got any ideas for us that you want us to talk about? Any questions?
Nothing is off limits, as we found out today.
Yeah, nothing is off limits.
We might just mention it, but
yeah,
it'll be on there.
Cool. And the quote I wanted to leave you with is, the only way to forget the mistakes you made in the past is to make even bigger and graver mistakes in the present.
3, 2, 1, yeah!
But I do love kids.